So now let's see how we can actually go ahead and work around with the history panel in detail inside of Affinity. So over here you can see that I have the history panel, and if you don't see it here, you can simply go around over here onto Window, and then you can go to General and enable history panel, and you will see it right here. So let's just go ahead right here, and let's say for example click and drag this out and pull this up as well. So this is what you have, as you can see. So now for the history panel to work, first of all, you have to do something in Affinity. So to do that, I'm simply going to go ahead and then let's say for example, click on the rectangular tool right here and draw this out. You can see that this is the first step right here. This is the rectangle tool right here. So I can actually see that when I move, another thing is added in because I transformed it right here. I can go ahead on to, let's say, you can see that mine is set to advanced mode, so that is why I can see the thumbnails. But if you don't want to see thumbnails, you can simply go ahead and remove the advanced right here, and you can only see the text right here. So now let's just go around over here, click on the shape, go around and let's say for example change its color. Then I'm going to go ahead and change out, let's say for example, this particular let's say for example color right here, go around and change it out as well. So as I go around, you can see that every step I do is being recorded. So if I were to go ahead and rotate it now further and then go around over here, you can see that each step is corrected. So if I were to press Ctrl Z, 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 then it goes one step back right here. Press Ctrl, let's say for example, not Ctrl Y, but if I were to go around over here and press Ctrl Shift Z right here, just like this, Ctrl Shift Z, you can see that I can go forward right here, just like this. But with the history panel, you can actually click and drag the position to view the entire history right here, just like this as well. So you can go ahead and click and drag the slider. Or in the history panel, you can go ahead and click a certain section. Let's say I want to go ahead onto set line width right here. So now over here, let's say I'm going to make a change. So over here, let me just go ahead and make it red and then go around over here and change the fill color right here. And as I do that, you can actually see that the step gets replaced out right here. I don't see the further steps right here. So now as I make any change, you can see the new step. But in the place where I actually made the change right here, you can see it says set line width. So yeah, set line width, because I know it's the particular change because this is the cycle future right here. I got two timelines right here. You can actually click right here and then access the other timeline as well. So the one that I actually worked on before, click on it again and then you got the other version right here. You can simply go around over here again, or any branches for that matter, make further changes. So let's say for example, I'm going to go ahead and select yellow right here. Let me just go ahead and click and drag this out right here, put this down and so forth, and you can see that this is another timeline. I can click right here and you can see that it says this one, click on it again and it goes to the other timeline, click on it again, and then you can see that there's multiple versions. You can simply go around over here, make changes, and again you got two timeline as you can see right here. That is the beauty of the history panel, because you can go ahead and then have everything recorded. If you want this in future as well in the project, so that you can access out everything in the history, you can simply go to File and Save History with Document. Once you enable Save History with Document, it does actually increase the file size, and anyone who will open up the project will be able to work around with the history. So I'm just going to go ahead and enable it, and if I were to go around over here, you can see that this is enabled right here. So that does increase the file size, but you will have the ability to access out the history. So this is how you can actually go around and then change out the history and then work around with different points right here and work around with the position slider as well. And if I want to view the thumbnail of the history, you can actually go around over here onto advanced, and then you can see the thumbnail right here, just like this. So that is basically how you can go ahead and work around with the history panel inside of Affinity. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.